Yo, what's going on guys? HyperX here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter, and today I want to talk about something else a little different, and that is VR. Not VR in the regular game, as some of you guys may have seen recently, but I want to talk about the VR experience at USJ, at Universal Studios Japan, and this one, honestly, admittedly, when it comes to the actual true-to-life Monster Hunter experience, it's a little basic, but this is still something really cool to experience, to see. Naturally, we don't get a chance to try this out. This, of course, is over in Japan. This was shared on the Capcom TV YouTube channel, the sort of Japanese Capcom channel where they often talk about various different things, Monster Hunter, Rockman, Devil May Cry, basically all things Capcom. And in this one, we got a little look as to what the experience looks like, which honestly is kind of fun. I mean, again, it's VR, right? You're not going to get the complexities of Monster Hunter, the nuanced combo system, all of that stuff in VR. I mean, I feel like it would be kind of impossible to accurately wield something like a Charge Blade. It just doesn't even make sense. However, they have still done a good job of sort of capturing the elements, the essence of Monster Hunter. So I thought we'd quickly run through this sort of gameplay they've shown and just highlight some of the stuff that you get to experience. So if you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Let me know in the comments down below. Would you play a Monster Hunter VR game? I'm not saying in place of the regular true Monster Hunter experience, but if you had the opportunity, would you try something like this? And of course, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming content. But to begin with, of course, whenever you go here, you initially start by picking your character. It seems like you have some character presets, not really anything much more in depth, which admittedly doesn't really matter because you're going to be playing in VR anyway. You're not really going to see yourself outside of the initial cutscene. And of course, then following there, you can pick from some pre-made armor loadouts, and you can then pick from a selection of different weapons. You name yourself, and then you're basically getting ready to go into the game world. Now, it's kind of cool because, of course, the actual gear they've got themselves, they've got these little backpacks on, obviously the VR headset, and they've also got these controllers, which are, of course, on the back of their hand, which is quite interesting because, as you'll see later on in the gameplay, that links to the slinger, because, of course, this is an Iceborne VR experience. Despite the fact we are playing Rise right now, we are, of course, looking to Iceborne, and also, irrespective of the weapon you have, you do still have shield-like blocking capabilities, and again, we'll touch on that later. But you, of course, walk out into the open world, and you start by doing your regular, basic monster hunting stuff. You can fire your slinger at some of the roaming monsters. You can then, of course, go around and gather. You can, of course, gather all the different things that you'll need. You get to sort of go up this lift. You even get to sort of walk around the edge of a cliff and sort of see things flying around, which is super cool. And you even get to use the clutch claw as a grappling hook to sort of pull you to a different location. I'd be really interested to sort of see how that feels in VR, because sometimes when you have those crazy fast motions in VR, they can feel quite nauseating. I'm normally pretty good at VR. Like, of the VR experience I've played, not many games have kind of made me feel a bit queasy, apart from Half-Life Alyx for some weird reason. But anyway, that aside, this looks kind of fun. Now then, when it comes to actually getting into combat, you have this little sort of baton that you draw, and this will of course map the movements of your weapon. Now, when it comes to combat, things are pretty basic. You're obviously not going to be rolling around in real time. This is why all weapons have seemingly some kind of defensive capabilities. You can raise up your arm to basically block incoming attacks, and you can just then go and swing your sword. You can seemingly sort of charge some weapons still, and of course, you do have access to your slinger, so you can then fire that at the monsters or fire that at environmental objects to sort of rain down, knock them down, which is still a really, really cool element. But when it actually comes to the sort of different weapon types, yes, you can still wield things like hammers and greatswords, but largely speaking, you are just swinging around a controller in your hand, so there's not going to be a great deal of stuff you can do. However, the idea of staring down, sort of going face to face, or maybe not face to face because it's a lot bigger than you, but the idea of sort of staring down a Velkhana, and of course, potentially other monsters as well, is actually something that I would love to experience. That is one of the kind of cool things you can get in VR, that sort of sheer sense of scale, having things tower above you and just sort of seeing some of those epic creatures. I mean, imagine fighting something like Devil's Jar or Fatalis in VR. Ooh, that would be a scary, scary sight. But that's pretty much it. Just a super quick video. Just want to sort of highlight some of the gameplay that they shared. You of course see them swinging some weapons here. It looks like a lot of fun. I don't think it has too much meat to it, and of course it is designed just to be like a fun thing you do at the park, so it's not designed to be like a lengthy experience. But either way, another take on Monster Hunter, another sort of different way to experience the game, experience the world. I like it. I like it a lot. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, since you guys love Monster Hunter, make sure you check out this next video about a collaboration that you might not have heard of.